Whether you're watching your favorite NBA team at the arena, the bar, or hanging at home, grab an ice-cold Michelob Ultra and enjoy every moment of the NBA season. Stock up today and watch your team drop buckets with a bucket full of ice-cold Ultra. Michelob Ultra. Superior light beer.
Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2026 Anheuser-Busch. Michelob Ultra. Registered light beer. St. Louis, Missouri. Must be 21 plus to order alcohol. Alcohol available only in select markets.
Sun up, slate's full, we already locked in. Matt and Jake on the mic, let the show begin. Score, starters, who's hot and who's not. Burning daylight sports, give it everything we got. First pitch energy, no time to sleep. 15 games on the board, the grind don't cease. Don't waste the daylight, it is already on. Burning daylight sports, all day long. Two guys, one mic, straight talk, no filler. If they happen on the diamond, we gonna deliver. Don't waste the daylight. Already on, burning daylight sports, all day long. Two guys, one mic, straight talk, no filler. If they happen on the diamond, we gonna deliver.
Well, howdy there, daylight burners. Happy Thursday. Running solo today. Jake had some other stuff come up. I'm going to try to keep it a little short today. I'm doing a bunch of research on the New World screwworm outbreak. It has breached the border. Those damn Mexicans and their diseases flooding over the border or something like that. There has been no Mexican cattle flooding over, but first confirmed case down in Texas today. So I'm doing a research deal, and in lieu of the friggin' Farm and Ranch report today, I will be covering that. So anyway, let's get into some baseball. Pretty good day for my teams. A's sneak another one out in Wrigley in 10 innings. Tigers rolled 7-2 over the Rays, completed the sweep. Brooms out in Detroit. Well, I guess it was down in St. Pete. Anyway, Brooms out for the Motor City Kitties. And Shohei Ohtani is not real. And I'm not sure that Christopher Sánchez is either. Christopher Sanchez's scoreless inning streak did come to an end last night. I'm not even reading that off of a script. That's just me fumbling around my words. Ended at over 50 innings, made history for a lefty, fifth all time. Shohei got on base himself more times than he allowed base runners last night, and had some high-scoring games, and we had some frontline starters that got pieced up a little bit last night. So let's get into it right off the bat. We'll do the scoreboard rundown from east to west as we always do. It was like I said, good day of baseball. I lost the only bet that I placed yesterday, and that was the Nationals Marlins over. Marlins picking up the win on the road in DC. They win 4-1. I think the over was initially 6.5, and then it moved up to 7.5. I took the 7.5 at higher odds. It didn't matter. Neither one of them would have hit. 5 runs total. Tigers, as I said, they rolled. They beat the Rays 7-2. They excuse me. They knocked Nick Martinez out of the lineup early. A very good pitcher for the Rays that doesn't get talked about a whole lot because he plays for the Rays. Anyhow, he raised his ERA to a 2.29 as the Tigers went and just got after it. Let me see. Okay. So on the Tigers, Dillon Dingler drove in 4 and hit another homer. Ding dong. We called that live on air yesterday. He finished the series with 3 homers and 9 RBI. Rookie Troy Melton went a career-long 8 innings, allowing 2 runs and retiring 20 of the final 21 that he faced. He looked a little bit shaky there in the first inning. Walked the bases, had a couple of walks, bases loaded, scored. They scored 2, but that was all they were able to do Melton's having himself a fine year so far. 2-0 record, 1.74 ERA. Good performance by the young fella, and that Tigers offense finally starting to wake up, and they're looking like a real baseball team again. So Jake is happy about that. I'm happy for the Tigers. Over in Minnesota, the White Sox, their offense keeps rolling. Taj Bradley gets pieced up a little bit in the first inning. White Sox win 8-4. Eric Fetty threw 5 scoreless for his first win in 10 months. Damn, in 10 months, huh? Andrew Benintendi homered. Jacob Gonzalez, rookie, picked up his first career RBI and his first career multi-hit game. And another rookie, Sam Antonacci, went 4 for 4. Reached base 6 times. Had 2 doubles on the day. So that was a good performance by the White Sox. Minnesota got shut out. 5-hit ball, and they played some real sloppy defense. 3 errors on the day. Up in Seattle, the Mets avoid the sweep up there. Bo Bichette went 4 for 4 with 3 RBI, snapping out of a pretty rough stretch that he's been on. Freddie Peralta gave the Mets 6 strong innings, and Seattle's 8-game winning streak ended, thank God. George Kirby allowed 5 runs, 4 of them earned over a 5-inning stretch. Mariners with 2 errors on the day. I'm going to have to move myself around. All right, here we go. What do we got next? Phillies. They win the series. They win the game over the Padres 3-2. Christopher Sánchez makes history. Let me open up that deal here. I believe it was 50 2/3 was his final number on that, which is the most all time for a left-handed pitcher. 50 2/3, and then lost in all that meaningful coverage there. Well deserved coverage for Christopher Sánchez. He is absolutely filthy this year. Just really making a strong case for himself as the Cy Young candidate out of the National League. But Kyle Schwarber added to his home run total. He's got 23 on the year, and the Phillies looking like a really good team. All of a sudden, they're 32 29. The Padres slipped to 32 28. Starting to get a lot of ground to catch the Dodgers in the West. I don't think it's going to happen. But we've been talking about that for a while. The Red Sox roll the Orioles at home in Fenway on the back of a young Peyton Tolley. Wilyer Abreu hit a 2-run homer and drove in 3. Peyton Tolley went 6 scoreless innings, and Boston finally picked up its 10th Fenway win of the season. I didn't know they were such a bad home team this year. They're worse than the A's at home. Damn, that's rough. Chris Bassett lasted only 3 innings for the O's and may have been dealing with an injury issue. What was Tolley's final numbers? I know he went 6 scoreless. Had an incredible jumping attempt at a chopper and that came back right over the mound. He ended up a little short, but it was an excellent effort for the big fella. 6 innings, 7 hits, so he did get some hits on him. 2 walks, 5 punch-outs. His ERA on the year is at a 2.28. One of the few bright spots in Beantown right now. Over in the Bronx, we got the NBA Finals kicking off last night. We'll get to that later. But the Yankees slip. Guardians roll 5-4. Cleveland had 3 homers off of Garrett Cole. Kyle Manzardo, Rhys Hoskins, and Jose Ramirez all got him. Garrett Cole allowed 4 runs over 5 1/3 innings in his first rough start since returning from Tommy John surgery. Yankees have been rolling as of late, but Cleveland went ahead and hung on. Gavin Williams, what was his line? Williams went 5 1/3, 4 hits, 3 runs, all of them earned, 6 punch-outs and a walk. He's got a 3.20 ERA on the year. Garrett Cole's only at a 2 ERA, so he did allow some runs, allowed some hits, but a pretty similar pitching performance from between Gavin Williams and Garrett Cole. Not to take anything away from either one of them. Guardians win 5-4. Royals beat up a little bit on the Reds. They get the win on the road. There's a late home run or late inning theatrics that won it, but Vinny Pasquantino homered in the first. Blake Dunn tied it for the Reds in the 5th, and then Michael Massey singled in the go-ahead run in the 9th before Nick Lofton added his first homer of the season. Stephen Kolek went 7 innings with 2 runs and 8 punch-outs. The Royals really needed a road series win. They needed a win in general. And Kolek has made himself a legitimate kind of stable starter in that rotation. Started as just kind of a depth pick, but with all the injuries that the Royals have had on the pitching side, he's made himself kind of an old reliable. Over in Hotlanta, Braves take down the Blue Jays 7-3. 2 3-run homers from the Braves, Mauricio Dubon in the 3rd and Ozzie Albies in the 7th. All 7 of the Braves runs came with 2 outs. Patrick Corbin had his first real shitty outing of the year. As the Braves have now won 12 straight. 12 straight wins when Patrick Corbin's been on the mound. So Braves are getting production up and down the lineup, and the 2-out damage is just devastating to the opponents. And Toronto, this was another game where the offense didn't do enough to support a pretty shaky pitching performance. The Giants continue to suck out loud, and the Brewers look pretty damn good. Took care of business as they're supposed to. Logan Webb had a no-hitter into the 7th, but he finished with 7 scoreless, allowing 1 hit and 1 walk. It was good for him to get back on track. Victor Barracoto, the Giants do suck, but Logan Webb did get back on track. So that's my bias showing through. But still, Logan Webb's not been good this year, and for him to get back on track is a good thing. But there's not much good stuff happening for the Giants. I guess on a positive note, Luis Arraez does look like a legitimate defender this year, which is surprising. But overall, when he's kind of your bright spot, him and Willy Adames, that's not great. Not great. But it was old school baseball there in Milwaukee. Victor Barracoto hit his first career homer, and it was the only run of the game. Giants held on through late Milwaukee threats. Great pitching performances all the way around, and one swing did it all. And a little trivia nugget: it was just the 3rd time in Giants franchise history that they won 1-0 on a player's first career homer. Okay, interesting. The Rangers finally lose to the Cardinals. Cardinals win 5-3. Alec Burleson drove in 3. Andre Pallante gave St. Louis 5 2/3 innings, a 1-run ball. And the Cardinals snapped Texas' 5-game winning streak. Mackenzie Gore gave up 4 runs over 4 2/3. And the Rangers couldn't finish the comeback. They were still trying to get back to 500 and keep the streak rolling, but St. Louis controlled the leverage innings. They improved 26-3 while leading after 7 innings on the year. Over in Wrigley, A's win it in 10. great performance. All team performance. Jeffrey Springs was pretty shaky yesterday. But Chicago got homers from Seiya Suzuki and Pete Crow Armstrong, and then Ian Happ got his 1,000th career hit. But bullpen copped it up late. Big Amish, Nick Kurtz driving in the go-ahead run in the 10th. Jonah Heim in a pinch hit performance had a nice little sacrifice to move the runner over. But the bigger story than that was Colby Thomas coming off the bench, 1 at bat, 1 homer, and it was an absolute laser beam to left field. Great performance from the young fella coming off the bench. Great team win, backing up another shaky outing from Jeffrey Springs. Pitching still very much a question mark, but Big Joel Kuhnel able to stop the bleeding. That is not the one I was looking at. This is what I was looking for. Jeffrey Springs went 3 2/3, 7 hits, 4 runs, all of them earned, 1 walk, 3 punch-outs, and he gave up both of the home runs to Suzuki. Suzuki has really got Jeffrey Springs' number. Pete Crow Armstrong really continuing to not like that guy. He had a nice game for himself. But Big Joel Kuhnel came in, inning and a third, shutout ball, only 1 strikeout. Jose Suarez, another inning and a third, 1 hit, 1 strikeout, no runs. Mark Leiter Jr. coming in for 2/3 of an inning. Luis Medina giving up a solo home run. But Hogan Harris coming in, Justin Sterner got a lot of really good performances from the A's bullpen yesterday. It was good to see. A's dusting off the brooms, so to speak, looking for the sweep today. Wildest game of the day. Astros come back and beat the Pirates 11-9, and 6 runs in the 9th, or in the 8th, to take a 2-run lead, and the Pirates cannot answer. It was they were down 5 after the 6th inning, came alive late, won on a go-ahead triple from Cam Smith. Yordan Alvarez had 4 hits, and Josh Hader made his season debut and closed it out. Pittsburgh was up, and they let it slip. Houston is starting to look like a ball club. I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. Rockies magic can't continue. We knew it couldn't hold forever. Angels come roaring back to avoid the sweep. They win 11-4. They had 16 total hits with Wade Meckler and Nick Madrigal collecting 4 apiece. Vaughn Grissom continues to be just a force. He homered and drove in 3, and Walbert Urania gave him 6 innings and 7 punch-outs. Michael Lorenzen on the bump for the Rockies. He got tagged 8 runs in 3 1/3 innings. He sucks. 8.01 ERA on the year. All right, and then Dodgers Diamondbacks. One of the standout performances of the day. Ohtani's the headline because he's AI. He is not real. He's a robot. He's an alien, and he might be a science squatch for all I know. We don't know for sure. Never know what Japan's got going on over there. So Freddie Freeman, Kyle Tucker, and Alex Freeland all drove in 2, and Arizona couldn't get anything going. Shohei going 6 scoreless. He allowed, I think, only 4 base runners. Final line for Shohei: 6 innings, 2 hits, 1 walk, and 6 punch-outs. So 3 base runners allowed, and he reached safely 5 times on his own. His line was 3 for 4 with 2 walks and a punch-out. He drove in. He didn't drive anything, but he scored once. 5 times reaching base safely while allowing 3 base runners of his own. His ERA lowers to a .74 on the year. How you beat that guy for MVP, I don't know. You gotta do just some superhuman shit, and but he's the one doing more superhuman shit. So it's incredible to watch. I'm glad that we're alive to witness it. I didn't get to see people like Babe Ruth or Bob Gibson or is it Josh Gibson? Anyway, name Willie Mays. I didn't get to see Willie Mays in his heyday. I would have loved to see Willie Mays playing at Coors Field, seeing how he handled that giant outfield. But all of that to say is, like, we're watching the best ever right now. And people kind of get fatigued because it's always headlines about Shohei. But when he's always putting up the headlines, what else are you going to talk about? It's wild. All right. I'm not going to worry about any injury news, I guess, on that front. Aaron Judge is dealing with a bone bruise in his ribs. Let me see. Let's take a look at that real quick.
If we knew more about our sleep, what would we do differently? Would we go to bed at a consistent time or take steps to reduce interruptions to our sleep? With Sleep Score, Apple Watch measures your bedtime consistency, interruptions, and sleep duration. Then, every morning it combines these factors into an easy-to-understand score from 1 to 100. So you'll know how to take the quality of your sleep from okay to very high. Know your sleep score with Apple Watch. iPhone 11 or later required.
Let's see. Judge misses his third straight game as Yankees seek clarity on injuries, so he's going to get some more tests on that with a bone bruise. So that's a pretty big one. Max Scherzer went 3 scoreless innings in his first rehab start. Jake was saying that Skubal should be coming back. Verlander gets his first ever AAA win in his rehab start. And then Gleyber Torres has been great coming back from injury for the Tigers so far. As Skubal's already thrown a simulated game and a AAA rehab start could be next. That guy's insane, just insane. Cal Raleigh beginning the rehab assignment on Sunday. That's bad news for the AL West. And I believe, let's get into the probable pitchers today, and we'll run down all of that. So kicking off here pretty quick. We got the Padres at the Phillies. Lucas Giolito and Zach Wheeler facing off. Giolito's not been very good this year. Not a whole lot of sample size yet. Not much more for Zach Wheeler, but much better quality for the right-hander for Philly. He's on the mound with a 4-1 record, 2.27 ERA and 40 punch-outs coming off of injury, looking like his old self. Up in the Bronx, we got Slade Ciccone taking the mound for the Guardians against Carlos Rodon, 2 of the shakier pitchers for both teams, but Rodon torched us when we faced him, I believe. He's got a 3.32 ERA on the year, so much better than Ciccone. The Yankees pretty hapless without Judge in the lineup, it seems like. Orioles at the Red Sox. Trevor Rogers has sucked this year, 6.84 ERA. He's towing the rubber against Brian Bayo. Bayo has also not been very good, but his last performance was 7 scoreless. He didn't get the start, and he didn't get the win, but he did his job. He's got a 5.63 ERA on the year. Not ideal for sure. Over in Milwaukee, we got the Giants and the Brewers. Adrian Hauser on the mound for the Giants, 5.59 ERA, 2-5 record, and then Coleman Crow. Let's see what his his last 7 games. He's had 3 appearances, 14 and a third inning. No record there. 11 hits, 5 earned runs, 3 walks, 8 strikeouts. Got a 0.98 WHIP and 3.14 ERA on the year. So, let's see his game logs. He went 4 innings, 5 innings, and 5 1/3. So he's I don't know what round he was picked, but anyway, he made his debut earlier this year. So rookie, been pitching pretty well against a guy who has not pitched well for the Giants. And Giants, like I said, they have sucked out loud. I don't expect the the Brewers offense to stay silent again today. Looks like a bullpen game for the Blue Jays. They're facing off against Chris Sale, who's also making a strong case for himself as the National League Cy Young in a very crowded race. Paul Skeens got lit up pretty good last night. He's not been particularly good over his last 4 starts, with the ERA, I think, north of 5. Maybe it's north of 4. Either way, very not Paul Skeens-like. That's just an aside. But Chris Sale, 8-3 on the year, 2.01 ERA, 80 punch-outs. And, Blue Jays team that just has struggled to get much of anything going. And the Braves have done pretty much everything right. Kansas City up in Minnesota, we got Seth Lugo on the bump for the Royals, facing off against Andrew Morris for the Twins. Lugo's been pretty good for him, 3.55 ERA, 60 punch-outs. The win-loss record is not on his favor, but blame his offense for that. It has been pretty much non-existent. Morris, he's got a 4.07 ERA, 1-2 record, 22 strikeouts on the year. He's been okay. Nothing to write home about either way. A's looking for the sweep at Wrigley today. We got JT Ginn on the mound. Let's hope we get good JT Ginn. Good JT Ginn is a fun thing to watch. Shota Imanaga has been up and down this year. He was kind of up and down last year, but more up than down. This year, it's a little bit more 50-50. And so far into the June swoon, it's been the Cubs and not the A's. We'll see if the A's can finish off the sweep. JT Ginn with a 2.87 ERA, 52 punch-outs, 3-3 record. So young fella is getting it done, but still very inconsistent. Let's see how that sinker plays today at Wrigley. Pirates at the Astros. Jared Jones on the mound for the Buccos. Kai-Wei Tang towing the rubber for the Astros. He's been pretty good this year. 3-3 record, 2.57 ERA, 43 punch-outs. Jared Jones, I don't know much about him. Game logs. He has only pitched in 1 game. He went 4 1/3, 7 hits, 5 runs, 2 home runs surrendered, 2 walks, 6 strikeouts. So this is a rookie's second start. So he's looking to bounce. Looking to bounce back from a poor start last time. So I won't hold my breath either way on that. With a rookie on the bump. And then to close it out for the night, we got the final set, Dodgers at the D-backs. Justin Robleski on the bump for Los Doyers, facing off against Ryan Nelson. Robleski's been very good. 2.87 ERA, 7-2 record, 40 punch-outs on the year. Ryan Nelson's fared not as good. 2-4 record, 4.82 ERA, and 52 punch-outs. Is this a 4-game set? Let me see. Let's take a look at that. D-backs. Let's see, Monday, we had Dodgers were off, the D-backs. No, so this is the last game of a 4-game set. The D-backs picked up the first one. They dropped the second one in a close game, and then they get shut out last night. So they're looking for a split of the series so far. They got a tough task ahead of them. So anyway, that's what we got for today. Kind of a light slate for today. Phillies and the Padres are scoreless through the end of one, and the Guardians and the Yankees getting ready to kick off. The Orioles, Red Sox slightly behind them, and then Giants, Brewers. But 8 games on the slate today. Travel day for about half the league, and we'll check in with Jake tomorrow to give you a weekend preview. But this has been BD Baseball for Thursday, June 4th, 2026. Enjoy the games, enjoy your day, and I'm going to go read about the New World screwworm. So move your ass. We're burning daylight.
Sun up, slates full, we already locked in. Matt and Jake on the mic, let the show begin. Score, starters, who's hot and who's not. Burning daylight sports, give it everything we got. First pitch energy, no time to sleep. 15 games on the board, the grind don't cease. No wasted daylight, it is already on. Burning daylight sports, all day long. 2 guys, 1 mic, straight talk, no filler. If they happen on the diamond, we gonna deliver. No wasted daylight. Already on, burning daylight sports, all day long. 2 guys, 1 mic, straight talk, no filler. If they happen on the diamond, we gonna deliver.
Athletic Brewing Company crafts award-winning non-alcoholic beers for those who want to be part of every round. With over 185 flavor awards, they're exceptional NA beers that fit your lifestyle and any social occasion. Summer's full of good times, and Athletic fits right in. Go to athleticbrewing.com to have brews delivered to your door, or find them at a bar, restaurant, or store near you. Near beer. Athletic Brewing Company, fit for all times.